Buongiorno. Welcome back to the Italian campaign. So, I'm just showing you this to show you that I now have the Mark IV 15-inch gun, which makes the Littorio look a little bit more like the Littorio. And because my shipyards were full, what I did was the original design that I built, I cancelled the construction, then went and did a refit of the design and copied the refit and started building this instead. Also changed the towers around because the ones I'd picked originally were didn't quite look right. Unfortunately, that meant I no longer had space to do a more correct looking secondary setup, but that's yeah, I guess that kind of works as it is like this. I couldn't fit these barbettes, these here, underneath these guns for some reason. They only slot into place at specific points, and those points were not available with this main tower because it's just a little bit too big. But I think it gets the point across. It's a, I would say, a decent approximation of the Littorio. Now, let's go back into the campaign map and show you what's happened. And what has happened is it's now May 1939. I have my Donzella class battlecruisers here, annoying the Russians, and the Soviets are quite annoyed. Minus 97. That probably means we're gonna have a war next turn, which is why I brought you back. The British are also not that happy with me for some reason. So, yeah, we're gonna see what happens as we now move into the next turn. And it looks like we now have our war. Yep. War it is. And Mark V 12-inch guns, which is quite nice. Sweden wants to buy some DDs. Also, by the way, I just refit a bunch of my torpedo-focused DDs, because with my latest technology now, applying the refits actually made them a bit lighter. So now they all have 24-inch torpedoes, oxygen torpedoes. And these refits should be ready now. Yes, it was only a 1-month refit. The San Ferdinando class battlecruisers are coming into service in 2 months. My latest battleships are ready in, well, finished construction in 1 month, and then they're gonna have to commission for a couple of months, which will probably not be in time for the war with the Soviet Union, because the Soviets don't have a lot of ships. I think this is going to be a short war. Yeah, 15 ships in total. Okay, they're probably gonna come into service in time to fight the British, though. And here's most of the Soviet Navy. 2 battleships, a battlecruiser, 2 heavy cruisers, 6 light cruisers. What are we gonna send to fight those? First of all, we're gonna launch a naval invasion against them. Okay, none of these require a lot of tonnage. Let's do Georgia first. And let me just activate my ships real quick. And for the invasion of Georgia, of course, we're gonna send the invasion fleet. The Austrians have all been refit. That was in 1935. I think you've seen that already, as has the invasion barge. The Delaware sadly cannot be refit because I didn't get the design for it, so it's gonna remain an atrocity. Let's move them here to Georgia. And the Donzellas, along with their 3 Zara class heavy cruisers, I think we're going to send them here to fight the Soviet fleet. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. 2 battleships and a battlecruiser. Donzellas are my oldest battlecruisers still in frontline service. I don't really count the Perla class, but they have been refit. They now have the Mark IV 14-inch gun. Well, the Soviets have advanced technology, but I'm not sure exactly how advanced it is. Let's see. Euro class DDs and 1 Giuseppe La Massa. Let's send the Euros out here. Not you. And they should be able to link up before the battle starts. And the Euros can give them some aid. Here though, the 2 Capri class battlecruisers, the Lord Clyde and the Superb SD, along with the Padrona classes. I think you can just head out into the Baltics before the actual war with the British start. What do we have here? Dio Scotti class. We're gonna give you some assistance. Indomito, those are torpedo cruisers. Let's see what the British send out first. I'm assuming there's gonna be a war. I know the Brits have constructed a new class of battleships that they have built quite a few of. Marlborough, I think it was called. Let's see, yeah, they've got 15 of them. I don't know what they are like, but I know the British have some quite advanced technology. They beat me by a year to Radar Rangefinder 2, and by half a year to get the Mark IV 16-inch gun, which I now also have. So who knows what they have now and what's mounted on those battleships. They were refit a couple of months ago. At least some of them. I saw it in a log. So who knows really. Yeah. Let's see if we get some fights. And here we go. Britain has sent us an ultimatum demanding to withdraw the fleet that is operating near their borders. Which one? 5 billion? 1.5 billion? To delay the war by, I will be maybe a couple of months. Are we gonna be cheeky and do that? Focus on the Soviets first. Get some more ships into service. I mean, 1.5 billion is nothing, and I get a -2 unrest. And there's still gonna be a war. Here we go. Strike. And that was the meeting I was after. Sevastopol, Archangel Uril class. And the Poltava. Yeah, I think my Donzellas can do pretty well against these. They are very much undergunned for battleships and battlecruisers. And the Belgorod at least has some speed, but these look like they are ancient. 130 armor quality. How old are they? Cruisers look to be a little more serious. At least the 2 heavy cruisers that they have. Light cruisers look to be not terrible. Okay, let's fight. Yeah, that battleship looks like it should be relegated to second line service at least a decade ago. Donzella, you will just join the division. Something is weird. Something is being very, very weird. I cannot issue commands to any of my ships. No, these can. The cruisers can be commanded. Not the battlecruisers. Okay. And the DDs are just stuck in place. You know, I saw people mention this on the forums. Okay, I can play with the rudders. I can play with the rudders, but that's about it. Will they actually fire, though? They should be firing, but they are not. Now I cannot control these cruisers either. Okay. There should have been an autosave at the start of the turn. Let's try that one. Yes, the game autosaved as the battle started, so let's see if it works this time. Okay, fingers crossed. Yes, it seems I can actually play. Amazing. Now where is the enemy fleet? Am I just gonna have these heavy cruisers follow the Filippo? I think so. There we go. And my ships are even firing this time. Incredible. Their Mark IV 14-inch guns have a range of almost 40 kilometers. Let's see, what kind of ranges are we looking at from the enemies here? That is the battlecruiser, I think. "11-inch guns, 16.7 kilometers. And this thing looks to be a battleship. Torpedo range 14. 10-inch guns, 23 kilometers. Okay. So I've got twice the range. which is something, I guess. We're scoring penetrations on the battleships. Let's split some fire here. I don't think their battleships are gonna be that much of a threat. Is this a heavy cruiser? It looks to be a light cruiser. These must be the heavy cruisers. Fama and Donzella, you can start targeting those. Negrona and San Filippo Reale, you can target those. Actually, you can keep targeting the battleships. And I'll just let my cruisers take care of the light cruisers as they come closer. You have torpedoes. You do 17. I remembered to pause the recording as I sneezed this time. You're welcome. DDs are behaving well. Let's turn your guns off. We're gonna make it a little bit closer and just try and launch in the direction of the battleships. Like so. Is that a battleship? No, it isn't. That is a battleship. Aggressive launch is on. Smoke is launching. You launched all your torps. You have launched. You have launched. And the enemy have lost sight of my DDs because I don't think they have radar. So they can safely turn around as a group like this. There we go, good flying hit on that cruiser. I mean, it's nice being able to fight someone that you can just beat up on without having to worry too much. And here come the torpedoes. Let's see what happens. Well, they're not looking too bad. Is that one gonna hit? There we go. Here comes one torpedo on that battleship. Two torpedoes on that battleship. And here's another spread. I think they're gonna miss the battlecruiser though. They might hit something else. Drifted out of the way of the torpedoes. Yeah, but all in all, that was not too bad of a torpedo attack. And all the DDs are completely intact, so they can do that again when they reload. If there are any enemy ships remaining at that point. Which is a question I don't know the answer to. But it might be no. They actually landed a hit on Santa Maria. That's the first hit they've landed. There you go, Poltava has been identified. Let's take a look. Yeah, you don't have any armor. That's why you've been taking so much damage. You don't have any radar. That's why you're not spotting my DDs. You have Mark IV 10-inch guns though. But really you should have Mark V's by now. Light cruiser. Decently fast, no armor. No radar. Battlecruiser Belgorod, no radar. Some armor. Santa Maria taking some fire, but it's not really too serious. There you go, Poltava goes down. You did not have torpedoes. You do have torpedoes. And we are in range of those torpedoes. Variag is gonna sink any second now. Variag goes down. All cruisers focus on Boyarin. Sevastopol is still afloat, only barely. Cruisers now focus on Almaz. DDs are almost reloaded. But we're doing a pretty good job of just deleting the enemy fleet, so I think the DDs are just gonna keep sailing home. There's literally no reason to risk them taking any damage just to get some torpedoes off to hit some ships that are gonna sink anyway. After all, torpedoes are expensive. Let's get some shells out on that battlecruiser as well. Noticed all my battlecruisers were focusing on, well, all but one were focusing on a light cruiser. There we go. And the torpedoes are ready. So there were some ships remaining by the time the torpedoes were reloaded. Belgorod is coming right for us. there's a job for you yet. Tallinn goes down. Gaidamak still afloat. Send these cruisers away before they get eaten up by the 11-inch guns on that battlecruiser. Yeah, semi-ballistic. They doesn't actually have enough pen to do a lot of damage to my cruisers though. Not main belt pens. My 14-inch guns can certainly put some holes into that battlecruiser. Let's see. Yeah, we can get some more torpedoes in the water. Maybe. Possibly not. No, I don't think we're gonna get any torpedoes in the water. Because I don't think the Belgorod is gonna last that long. Nope. She didn't. Alright, but that's a pretty, that's a good start to the war with Russia. I think that's probably most of their navy. We are winning. I know. But there is land I want to take. Southern China, Republic of China, has been conquered by France. Okay. And we are invading here. That's 100%. Just from the invasion fleet. Southern China has been conquered by France. Russian Far East is about to be conquered by Japan. Oh, I see. Republic of China has 2% army logistics. Soviet Union has 4%. Like, France only has 38%, but that's still almost 20 times the what the Republic of China has. So did they just take it with their army? Possibly? Okay. Let's see, could we start a an invasion of Oman? No, not this turn. Not this turn. Now, the Soviets have 4 ships remaining in their navy. 3 lights and a DD. So, I don't think we're gonna have a lot more fights with the Soviets. I probably should have just accepted the war with Britain, so I would have some more to do this episode, but it's gonna come. Next episode, probably. In the meantime, though, a lot of my ships are now finished, which means I have leftover construction capacity. Let's increase this transport thing by a little bit. I think I lost some transports. Let's keep it at 200%. But what I do have now is some new heavy cruiser hulls. Let's see, where are they? Here. Modern heavy cruiser 6 and large fast cruiser. We're also not that far off, 4 years, from getting the gas turbines, which means we can get some really fast DDs. Mark III 20-inch guns are being researched. And some kind of turret mechanisms. Small gun barrels, that's not really interesting. let's design some new cruisers. Also, as you can see, I've done some refits, and one of the battlecruiser classes we designed last episode. I think I called it the Sparta. I did the thing where I made a refit design, then copied the refit design and just built it instead. It's now called the Regina Isabella, just so I could put Mark IV 16-inch guns on it right from the start. And now, Modern Heavy Cruiser 6. That's a new hull. Did I have also large fast cruiser? That's a light cruiser. Okay, that's also a new hull. Let's do the heavy cruiser 6 first. Let's max you out. 19,500. 36.5 max optimal speed. Can I do 39? Oh, you got a good selection of towers. Okay, you got battleship towers. Doesn't really look right. You got this secondary tower. There, you got that secondary tower. I want to find something that has like a flat piece that mates into the main tower, and that kind of looks okay. How did this look again? No, that just looks like it doesn't really fit there. I think that's it. I think that's what we're going with. It also happens to be the one with the best spotting, so there's that. Can't really put two of those here. Which funnel can we fit two of? Medium angled funnel? That does fit. Medium angled funnel 3 fits. Does tall angled funnel 1 fit? Yes. Although medium angled funnel 3 is actually better. Which one looks best though? I guess that kind of works. Can I now not put you... Yes, I can. Okay, great. I love it when things fit. We're gonna go turbo electric, I think. Or are we gonna go diesel? Almost 1.7 billion. 39 million a month. Turbo electric, 17 million a month. And yeah, diesels are quite expensive now. I don't think we're gonna use a lot of diesel engines in this campaign. I've used them a lot previously because, well, I kind of like diesel. This is gonna be... Yeah, if the treaty was still in effect, we would be breaking it now. Good thing it isn't, and good thing I don't care. Let's see, I'm sure the turrets have insane levels of armor, so we can save weight by We're gonna go heavy shells on these. I think so. We're gonna need increased ammo at least. Tube powder 3 and TNT 4 gives us a flash fire chance of 2.1%. If I go with triple base, 9.2, 7.2. Well, let's stick with the tube powder, 1.6 with barbette 4. I think that's pretty good. Coincidence? A little bit of RDF and radar generation 2. And here we go. Here's the armor, where we can save a little bit of weight. Turrets should have some armor though. Didn't really save that much weight. We can turn down the range. We can make you go at 37 knots. There we go. That works. Well, most of my cruisers have a top speed of 35 knots. Most of my heavy cruisers, that is. So I don't think there's much of a point in going much faster than that. Now we can go with the triple bottom. What kind of resistance do we have on this? 95.7. 96.9 with anti-torp 5. It's not too bad, I guess, for a cruiser. Yeah, I think we're going with that. Okay, let's armor you up. You're basically gonna be a pocket battlecruiser. Essentially. And yeah, there's still stuff I can reduce. Like I might go with anti-torp 4 instead of anti-torp 5. Or I might just reduce the range. 27,000 kilometers is still quite a lot. Auxiliary 5 engine. That reduced my range. Auxiliary 4, that improves my range. I think we're just gonna go with that. It's also a little bit lighter and cheaper. 650 million, 628. That's not that much cheaper. Yeah, water pumping and oh yeah, this only gives plus 2.5% fuel efficiency. This is plus 10%. I typically don't go higher than auxiliary 3, but there we go. Gotta move the entire superstructure a little bit further aft. Yes, I can. That's quite an attractive looking cruiser. Let's go with some secondary guns. And we're gonna go with what is tried and tested. Oh wait, there's a cutout here. Like so. I like putting my turrets in those cutouts when possible, just because it looks a little bit more, it looks right, you know? Maybe you can go a little further out. Be in line with the other ones. Yeah, that's nice. Now, okay, conning tower needs a little bit of armor. That leaves me with 10 tons to play with, which isn't much, especially as I need to make those 4.2s and plus 17. Plus 19, I guess, to make them 40 caliber length. And now give them some armor so they don't explode and take a lot of my crew with them. We're gonna have some 2-inch guns also. You don't fit there, okay. Right. 190 tons overweight. I'm gonna go down to anti-torp 4. That's saved quite a bit. We're gonna use that for our shaft 3. And maybe some more armor? Not that much. Uh, 6 on the turret tops? No. 5.5 then. Yes. That works. Let's slap a little bit more on the third inner belt. There we go. And I think the San Giovanni is ready. Do I have a ship called that before? I kind of recognize the name. But there we go. That's a new heavy cruiser. I like it. I like it quite a bit. Now let's do the new light cruiser as well. Now, interestingly, the large fast cruiser, which is a light cruiser, has a lower max optimal speed than modern heavy cruiser 6 that we just built. It does not quite have the hull form of some of my other light cruisers, so let's see if it's actually possible to make this large fast cruiser actually go fast. I think it might be. We're only at about half of the displacement. We got this tower with the built-in barbette. It's a very long cruiser. Are we gonna build a torpedo cruiser maybe? Does this fit any good funnels? 74, 68, 58. That kind of fits. That is a big funnel. I think we're just gonna go with 2 of these. Unless there are any no. The only ones better are these, but they're just so long. Maybe that kind of works. Like aesthetically. Or other way around. Put that up against this, because it's kind of taller. And that one here. I guess that kind of works. And then another barbette here. And suddenly all that deck space we had to mount torpedoes on is gone. Main guns. I want to go with 7s. What? That does not look like it should work. That doesn't look like it should work at all. So I'm not gonna do it. What kind of torpedo launchers can I fit here? I can fit quads. They don't have the best arcs, and they're gonna be, if I make them 24 inch. That actually works. This one. No, it doesn't. It is now badly placed. Okay. We're gonna go back to 2 of these. And see if we can find a smaller radar tower. Barbettes. Let's go with the double barbette here. No, not you. Maybe the bigger one? And you have to not be like right on top of the secondary tower, I guess. Like so. Now we can fit some torpedo tubes. And options are basically we can do it like this. Oh, they're not doubling. Oh, they don't fit. Okay, we're gonna do it center line then. Like so. Thought I could fit it along along the sides. But it's just was just too wide. Because then I could launch from one side, turn about, and launch from the other side. But that seemed to not be possible. 25,000 kilometers, probably good enough. Can I make you slimmer? Or are things not gonna fit then? Well, things still fit. That's nice. Okay, we're gonna go over capacity. All or nothing. Let's go standard ratio. Double capped. Heavy shells, increased ammo. 2 powder 3 and TNT 4. 0.9% flash fire chance. Almost 20 kilometer range. With triple base, 22 kilometer range. Flash fire chance 3.8. 3 with barbette 5. I think that's good enough. Auto 2 reloader. Oxygen torpedoes. Almost 21 kilometer torpedo range. How much does the RDF actually weigh? 948, 875. It's about 75 tons. Well, 73. No. No, it's not. Oh, wait. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I thought I did the bad math, but my initial math was correct. 44 caliber. Let's make you 45. Alright. Now, 1600 tons to play with for armor. 6-inch main belt is possible. That means you should probably have some armor on those gun turrets as well. I think 2 inches of deck armor is probably enough. We can do 3 on the turret roof. 1 fore and aft, 1 superstructure. Can I do a full 6-inch main belt? Not really. Not far fore and aft. Wow, extended belts are heavy. Some on the conning tower. And some on the inner belts and decks. 0.5 probably on the inner deck. Because I don't think it can really protect itself from long-range plunging fire anyway. It's a light cruiser, not a battleship. I can go 7-inch on the main belt, which makes sense. 7-inch guns, 7-inch main belt. Not really digging that secondary tower. If I flip it around like so, it gives that turret much better arc of fire. Secondary guns 3-inch. We have some places to put the 3-inch guns. There we go. Having a decent secondary battery on a light cruiser, not always a bad idea. 28 caliber length. That is very very short. 30. 11.3 kilometer range. 11.1 with HE. It kind of works. What can we reduce here now? That's not a bad looking ship, I think. Just too bad it's 1% overweight. There we go. Spot on. Can we go -4 on the beam? There we go. Let's save some weight, because it means the engine doesn't have to be so powerful. Dogali class. I like it. Decent torpedo armament for a cruiser. I want to just spread them out a little bit and get some better angles for them. I didn't really get that much better, but it kind of works. Underwater tubes, not possible. Extra single tubes, not possible. I can fit some more secondaries. There we go. I think it's ready. I think it's pretty good as is. Unless I want to go shaft 3, which I can. Can I go electric 2? Yes, I can. Triple bottom. If I go back to shaft 2, triple bottom would be pretty nice, because that's a little bit more resistance and making it more resistant to flooding, especially. Now, what to reduce to? I can reduce the inner belt probably. It doesn't make a big difference in terms of weight, sadly. Let's just make these basic length 3-inch guns. 4-weight offset. What if I just slip you back a little bit? There we go. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Let's see how many of these we can build. Okay, shipbuilding capacity is, yeah, 400,000 tons. I can build quite a few of these. San Giovanni. I think we're gonna go 8 of them. And they will probably replace some of the older Zara class cruisers. I'm gonna find some ports for them. 19 months to finish. And the Dogali will probably replace the older Scipione Africano class. Let's build 8 of them to start with. And having these in actual task forces probably wouldn't be a bad idea with that torpedo armament. But yeah, that is this episode. Not as much fighting as I expected. And I put off that war with the British for a little while, but it seems... Where are you headed? Through my Mediterranean. With 6 battleships and 9 light cruisers. Oh, okay. And here we have 5 battleships, a battlecruiser, 3 light cruisers. Heading out. Who are you at war with, Britain? No one. Yet. But soon to be me. So, okay. Okay. I guess we're gonna be fighting the British next episode. Goodbye, and take care.